questions all kind of circle around a basic set of themes. So in no particular order, we chatted about, well, what is this major factor and where did it come from? And the answer is relatively simple. It came from an amalgam of things that I've learned over the years, things that I've created, things that I've learned didn't work, which are clearly not part of it, and a whole bunch of stuff that we now know does work. So the simple history is I started off working with athletes and soldiers way back in the early 80s. And what we quickly came to see was that learning wasn't about getting understanding, but about building new practices. Okay, great. But what are the new practices? Well, at that time, I was a Aikido student. One of my fellow students was a sports psychologist. He was my first partner. And what we did was we took a combination of Eastern philosophical, meditative, energetic practices and combined them with Western psychological and physiological practices and built out a very simple mind, body, spirit model. So the work has evolved, as you might imagine, rather dramatically over 40 years, but it still has those same three components. We've added a lot of technology to it, but in the end, it comes down to two simple things. Human beings have bodies, right? And as human beings, we live in language. So all of our work centers around how do I get my body to be consistently coherent, lined up with what it is I want to have, and how do I do that in conjunction with getting my mind to work the right way. We'll dive into more details about that later, but there's your real quick overview.